Well, it looks like I'm recording here. Guess I can see my shadow. I've got an item to share, and I've been elsewhere doing other knife things. Sorry, I just got right when I get to do a movie, I get a text message. Anyway, this is it's been a while since I posted a video because I've just been doing other stuff. And just so you know what other stuff I've been doing this stuff. Getting a few things dialed in on. I really like lockback folders, and this will be a item for another day. But a bunch of these will be coming soon. Okay. This is called Loctac. Loctac. Okay, so what we have here is a knife that I got to get to a guy so he can enjoy it this fall. I figured I would show you the package it's going to go out in. I hate big old clunky thick sheaths. There's ways around doing that, but anyway, this is the package that's going to go out to the guy. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to set this aside. Of course, this is a stainless San-Mai, right? It's a handful. Desert Ironwood, hot blued guard, stainless San-Mai, and you can see we've got our 3-part sandwich here, right? The core of this is 1095, and when I say 1095, this is another thing we're going to talk about right here. When I say 1095, I don't mean 1095 that you're going to order from a lot of the suppliers today. The 1095, give me just a couple seconds. This is the 1095 I use in my stainless San-Mai. Okay, and this is 3/8 thick, 1 5/8 wide, 1095. This 1095, back in the day, this stuff that I'm sitting right here is 20 years old. I'm glad I got a bunch of it a long time ago. I still have a bunch of it, but it's 3/8 thick, 1 5/8 wide, 1095, and this used to say, I got it from Aldo Bruno before Aldo Bruno became New Jersey Steel Baron. He was just Aldo Bruno. He would go to knife events and so forth, and literally would have steel in the back of his truck. And he had 2 particular steels that really, and anybody's free to correct me on this, but I don't think I'm wrong. He had 2 particular steels that really put him on the map. And there was an early batch of 1084 that he had, and this 1095. The 1084 was just, God, it just changed the Damascus world, and I don't know how many tons of it he had, but it was he set the bar high with that, and it had a good bunch of manganese in it. It hardened real deep, and it etched real black. It was spectacular. And he had this 1095, and it was promoted. It used to say 1095 FG, Frank George, whatever that is, 1095 FG, and that FG stood for fine grain, because this stuff has a nice little dose of vanadium for carbide refinement and grain size pinning, and anyway, just exceptional 1095. You can't buy it anymore. You can't buy that 1084 anywhere. You can't buy that 1095 anywhere. But that's what I use in my stainless San-Mai because I like that dimension. So anyway, that's a lot of stuff said. And I said I was going to say something about this. This is a piece of sheepskin. This is a piece of sheepskin, and I have it. This is still an original bottle of what was called RIG, that stood for Rust Inhibiting Grease from Brownells. This is unopened. I bet you I've had this for 15 years. It is no longer, it doesn't say RIG, and it was made by Sportsman's Products. That was bought up by Birchwood Casey, but it's still called RIG, Rust Inhibiting Grease. It's really, really fine. And you take a dab of that and smush it around in a piece of sheepskin, and that's what I wipe my blades with at Anderson Forge. And also, and by the way, you want the black off of my San-Mai, you're gonna have to grind it off. This is a different process than most anybody else is using that I know of. But anyway, it's there until you grind it off. So, but I like to keep it. This makes it nice and black, and I put it. This is a hot blued steel guard, right? So I keep a little coat of rust inhibiting grease on that. Oh, anything else? This is 416 stainless. Got my name and Journeyman Smith, and this is what I call utility grade ironwood. Nice little palm swell. She's a package. And just real quickly, and this guy's gonna be carrying this knife and using it, so rather than a fancy sort of decorative finial, this is what I call a utility grade finial. It's a stainless socket head cap screw, threaded and silver braze into a stainless affair that's threaded for the threaded finial, the threaded tang, I'm sorry. And this is what's going on. So you can see my fingerprints in this grease that's on there. But there we go. Not too much else that I can think of. I'll get this sharpened and sent off to the fellow. Thanks for letting me share not only this beautiful San-Mai, but little trivia about the steels I use, and the RIG, rust inhibiting grease. And I always send a little, I send out a little container. I don't have any available right here. A little plastic container with some RIG to my customers. And anyway, there she is. 1095, 416, stainless San-Mai, leather sheath, RIG 1095, ooh la la. Do not forget to vote. If you don't vote, you can't say anything about the outcome. All right? And that'll be that. God love America.